again, we welcome you to BCIC, and definitely we look forward to hear more from you, and we will look forward to work with you more, sir.
Sir, it is over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that generous introduction, Parashuraman. Nothing like that. It is always a pleasure interacting with best brains and very powerful lobby of 21st century. Okay, I keep telling this. I want to hear CII as the backbone of the country. Okay, I think that is the that should be the final goal towards which everybody should work towards. Then things will be good. Now, coming back to sharing few thoughts that, as you rightly mentioned, one is consent fee was one issue which for some reason really needed rationalization, and thanks to request of CIA, and then we had a series of meetings, and to a large extent everybody's concerns have been addressed, and whatever different government machinery it had to pass through, it has gone through. Just now I was inquiring, it should have been issued yesterday, but then it should be issued at any time, at any moment now. So that will be a good relief to a lot of industries. I don't say relief, but actually it was the just request, and it has been addressed by government. No issue. But in this context, when I am talking to a lot of people, I have some few thoughts to share with many of you people. Number one is I see a lot of industries seeing this waste management as a business perspective. Now, for God's sake, okay, waste management, effluent management or hazardous waste management should become a responsibility of the industry. You should never look at that as an activity which either should give you some revenue, or your expenditure towards that activity should be calculated in your input cost. You will be surprised because in Karnataka, though there are 50,000 industries, there are hardly 10 CETP plants. There are some 26 incinerators, 3 TSDF facilities, and another 10 hazardous waste incinerators. All put together, the number is not more than 100. It's somewhere around 60 to 70 different units. These are the waste processing units of Karnataka. It is like our kidney of the body. Okay. Now, who are their customers? All industries are their customers. They are a unit recognized by Pollution Control Board, which should be working as kidney of the body, where waste that is generated by industries. But I am surprised this machinery is converted into a business model wherein, suppose you just see there is an industry, next 50, another half a kilometer there is one CTP plant. Now, why KSPCB or somebody should come and tell industry, Baba, if you are generating a waste, your first point of treatment, that you should approach the nearest CTP or nearest incinerator, nearest TSDF to take your waste and dispose it. Okay. Many of you will be surprised. Some industries are sending their waste to 300 kilometers away. Why? Now, all these days, I am only trying to tighten those CETP fellows, common effluent treatment plant. Why you are taking waste from 300 kilometers? Why you are not taking waste from an industry which is just half a kilometer? Now,
tried a lot actually.
as
Gentlemen, can you please put your mic on mute?
So may I request everybody to put the phone on mute, please, if you don't mind.
Is it? Okay.
So
Can you put the phone on mute, please?
Either.
Mr. Mohan Nabulan, can you put the phone on mute?
Okay.
Mr. Mohan?
Okay. I, as a regulatory body, can definitely exercise some authority over these 60 plus 70 odd units who are the kidneys of Karnataka. But then, do you think industries don't have any responsibilities in this mechanism? Why tomorrow, if I ask an industry, when CTP is just half a kilometer from you, why you are giving your waste to 200 kilometers? I suspect your motives. Because a tanker, if it moves 200 kilometers, even a small leakage in the tank, your effluent is got treated. Okay, so earlier this system we were also not aware, because there are 50,000 industries, 100 units, and waste is moving crisscross the state. Now we have started. It's like e-permit system, e-manifest, where I think any industry that generate waste has to go through our tech system of e-manifest system. Then only they'll be able to move their waste up to the CTP. So I know now, for God's sake, where the waste is generated, where it is treated, and then what is the channel that is taking. And that graph will tell such a solid state where a lot of industries are not using the system properly, but even their waste management itself has become an economic activity for them. Okay, which is very unfortunate. I request through this forum, all the industries, you are well meaningful people, you know what you do, and then I need not teach what is good bad to you. You know what you are doing, but please, for God's sake, take this waste management of your industry as a social responsibility and ensure that it is given to the nearest facility that is available to you, even if it is costing more also, but at least you will avoid a lot of incidental damages that might happen during the process. Okay, all these days I am monitoring these kidneys of the state, but now I am going one more step. Maybe this month end, I am finding out or screening out which are those industries now who are sending their waste beyond reasonable distance without valid reasons. Okay, now before I come to those industries, okay, I request through this forum, all those people, please take it and then correct yourself. Okay, self correction is the best thing. Correct yourself, set your house in order, and give your waste to the nearest treatment facility, so that it avoids lot of confusions, lot of problems. Okay, and I will be happy if any industry come to me saying that, sir, there is the nearest CTP, but he is not doing good work, that is why I'm not giving. Please, it's not a complaint, it's an information. You can even send it through WhatsApp to me unofficially. I will take it that, and then we'll try to correct system. Okay, this is my request number one. Request number two is, I think unlike some 10-15 years where only municipal solid waste was the issue, today waste is many. Okay, plastic waste, people, you hear plastic waste, it's okay. You hear biomedical waste is okay, but then I'm telling you, there are many wastes that public do not know, only you and me know. Okay, let's talk of spent oil. Okay, what is happening? Spent oil generators are who? They are not public. It is only industries who generate spent oil. Now, how they are disposing this spent oil? In fact, I had a very serious meeting with those spent oil recyclers. I'm surprised to know that spent oil, to majority of the spent oil is not recycled. It is traded. It is adulterated and traded. Okay, this is still not in public domain. It's not in public domain. Okay, regulator, as regulator, I recently came across of this situation, and industries, you will definitely know that if you are generating waste oil, how that waste oil is disposed, you will know it better. But there is a big gap between waste oil and that's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. So again, before regulatory body starts chasing this machinery of waste oil being treated and not traded, I urge all industries, please take care of this. And I see a lot of these industrialists who are sitting here in the management. Sometimes or many times they will be looking at the product management, labor, finances, and other things, but then they would have left these issue of waste oil kisko diya, kitne mein diya. I don't think sometimes you will not be, but then I'm trying to flag that issue. It's a serious issue. Okay, each industry definitely generate waste oil, and that is not treated, but it is traded, which is very dangerous. Please look at that. The third, of late, another waste that is again making headlines is e-waste. Lot of industries. Okay, when I see that e-waste, electrical and electronic both, even a tube light. Okay, for that matter, there are big industrial houses. Their waste generation is huge. Okay, what are the systems that they have put in place to address this electrical and electronic waste, which is not in public domain? Public are only talking about sewage, effluent, plastic, okay, which are only one category, but then there are many other dangerous and hazardous wastes which are not there in public domain, but they are between regulatory body and then industries. So then e-waste is one, electronic and electrical and electronic waste is another thing. And Karnataka is a major state in the country. Bangalore is a major city in the country when it comes to e-waste issue. And I request all the industries to take this as because I strongly believe in India, if anything positive that can come in managing e-waste, definitely it should come from Bangalore. We cannot expect states like Assam or Meghalaya that this can come. No, it has to come from here. So this month we are taking e-waste campaign in a serious way. I request all the industrial bodies to cooperate in the campaign that we are trying to launch. Also, if you have any other ideas that how e-waste and electronic waste from each industry can be streamlined and can be recycled, board is ready to take your views, so that we should be the champions in the country when it comes to bringing some systems in managing this e-waste. That's another just point one I wanted. The next is cleanliness drive. See, I think when you see every month there is something like this month is dedicated to e-waste. Last month was water issue. Deepavali comes, air issue. Every month there will be some issue. I see many times each industries conduct their own campaigns in isolation. Matlab cleanliness drive yenappa madidara kya kiya. In their campus they do something, some activity, some photo kind of a thing. But industry, how instead of each industry is doing something small here and there, if industrial association like these organizations, if they take up one cause, okay, campaign, statewide campaign, so that public are informed, some campaigns are run. Hello.
Yes, sir. We are listening, sir. We are listening. Okay. Go ahead, sir.
So, if bodies like this, CII, FKCCI kind of a thing, if as a body, if you take up some campaign, okay, either along with board or even without board, okay, then definitely public will look at industry as one unit. Today, there are n number of industries doing something independently, sometimes undoing each other's initiatives. Instead of that, along with that, if CII kind of a body takes up, then I think board will be very keen to join. For example, just 2 days back, I had sent a Coca-Cola company to Hospet to start an anti-plastic drive. Okay, I had organized them. So now I caught hold of one industry and then trying to do something in a district. Suppose industrial houses or industrial organizations, if they think of statewide campaign 15 days, 20 days, it keeps it sends a positive vibe in society, in public, that industries are responsive to environment, responsive to ecology, and then kind of a thing. So that also, if you have any ideas, board will be very happy to join hands with such initiatives. Okay, so I think these were short few points, apart from which I had mentioned earlier, that immediately that came to my mind, that industries can think on those points, and then if you have any ideas, any initiatives that board should join, we'll be very happy. At the end of the day, मतलब कुछ तो society में कुछ रहना चाहिए. There's some activities should keep on happening, so that there is an organic connect between industrial houses and then society. That is need of the hour. Okay. Yeah. I think these are some of the few thoughts that I just wanted to share in a few minutes.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much. In fact, as a behalf of BCIC, we will work towards what are the suggestions that you have made. We have a CSR initiative run by our Vice President Indu Shekhar. Definitely the last point, that socializing, educating, and then managing the waste of the industries, we will take it as a part of our CSR initiative. And other 3 points, what you talked about, advising the industries to dispose of the waste within the reasonable distance, not to take it beyond that. We will advise all our members, sir. And what we will do is that we also have a journal which we release on every quarterly journal. We would like to take this interview, quote some of the important points what we have said in our journal, which will circulate it to everybody. We would also like to take some of the few excerpt points which will be taking it from you out of the speech, and we'll circulate it to all our members as a request and a need for that. And BCIC, with the support of my immediate past president Parasuraman, will act as a bridge between the industries and the pollution KSP, BSP with you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your well-organized points, and we'll be happy to do it, sir.
Yeah, just one small addition, because you mentioned CSR, I didn't raise it because I had written in my article and then it was already there. But then again, I will reiterate it because you raised it. CSR is a very good initiative, legally kind of a thing. But then the activity in which we spend that money should become more important. That should be the driving point. Unfortunately, what is happening, even just yesterday, MRPL one, they had come and then they were telling, sir, in CSR, we had established one COVID hospital, we had given some ambulances. Then I told him, yeah, who are you to give ambulances to government? Government might ask. I will not say, if I have to ask, I can ask anything, okay. Government will ask, but who are you to give ambulances to government? Do you think government don't have money to give ambulances? Nearly 60% of state budget, 2 lakh crore state budget annually, 60% of that is spent on health, education and infrastructure. When they are spending 1 lakh crore on health and education, you giving one ambulance or even you spending 10 crores is peanuts, is nothing. Instead of that, CSR money, because CSR money, I strongly believe, should be solely used by industry in and around people to improve their ecological parameters. Okay, it's not that by every day you supply water to them and then you spend. They were telling, sir, every day we are sending tankers to their houses for providing water, and I am spending CSR money. I told, don't tell me this, because then see, if you are sending every day, spending CSR money, spending and then sending water tanker to their house, actually that means what? You have destroyed their water source. And today you are compensating them by tanker. How long you can do this? And is it expected? And do you think by water tanker people will be happy with you? Never. Okay. So what you could have done, you should improve their water source. You should improve their soil fertility. You should improve air quality around them. I don't know how you do. You know how to do. I am very sure of that. Don't tell me that pollution control measures, technology is not there, funds are not there. You know it. Instead of that, you could have constructed a big tank water body, which would have under enhanced their groundwater. This one, which people in their borewell should get water. Okay, spend that money there, no issue. But then instead of that, you spend water tanker every day, which is crime. Okay, so you cannot substitute their ecological comforts by providing economic benefits.
Right, sir. Absolutely.
Sir, I will take Shekhar. I will take only 2 minutes of time.
Go ahead, person. Please go ahead, person.
Thank you, Shekhar, and sir, thank you so much, sir. I think as our president said, definitely from Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, we will take all your points very seriously. As president said, sir, we would like to collaborate with Pollution Control Board and your leadership, and Bangalore Chambers and Karnataka Pollution Control Board can roll out some kind of programs for the benefit of industries together. I think definitely our president also will be very, very happy. In
Yes,
fact, our active environmental committee headed by Mr. Ramesh Shaligram of Bosch and ably supported by Toyota and other big companies, definitely under the leadership of our president, definitely we would love to take it forward, sir. And in fact, we would also invite you in such forums to address a larger gathering. Because, sir, as you know, we represent almost now today 900 companies in the state. And we form 95% of the capital employed and 90% of the labor employed in the state of Karnataka. Therefore, our president is also currently driving the next level of membership drive. And we are trying to make it as a national movement. And we have also opened our office in Tokyo, sir, together with Jetro and Toyota Shusha Corporation and India Mart Company and India Research Organization. So these companies have jointly opened an office in Tokyo of Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce. And we are also working with the Prime Minister's Cluster Program actively. We have associated and collaborated with the Indian Institute of Science. Sir, definitely we would like to take it forward. And sir, some of the queries that the members have raised, sir, regarding the CFO, sir, some members have requested, now they have already paid the fees. In fact, they have put it in the chat box, how to get that refund back. I think, I'm sure this mechanism should take care of it, sir.
Yeah. No, once this order is ready, today it should be issued. Okay, then everybody will have clarity. So it's simple. I think if there is due, we will have to pay, and then if it is excess, it will be refunded. Either it is refunded or readjusted in the CFE, CFO, that kind of thing. No issue.
Sir, today definitely hearing from you is a very historic day for Bangalore Chambers. Because the CFO fee means a huge thing to the industries, and this saves hundreds of crores of rupees for the industries. I think not only that, I think the kind of fairness you have established and the kind of logic has come out very, very nicely, sir. We are really thankful to you. And Prithvi, you're here?
Yeah, and there's sir, would AVS would like to add something, sir? AVS Srinivasan,
Yes. Sir, our Vice Chair of the Environment, our Ease of Doing Business, Start to Sustenance, Mr. Srinivasan, the MD of the Japanese company, the Maimon Technologies, would like to just share a few words.
Yes.
Over to you, Mr. Srinivasan.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for your
Sir, he lived
enlightening
in
speech.
Japan for 25 years, sir. He's half Japanese, half Indian. So he knows the Japanese environmental systems. Yeah, sorry.
Sir, the point what you raised is, as our president was telling, we will circulate to our members. Only one very specific point, sir. The first point what you raised, that people should not be taking the waste beyond a certain distance. May I request you, sir, to send us a specific information about what is available in Karnataka, Bangalore first and then Karnataka. Then we will let our members know these are the facilities available, and even KSPCB is recommending that please give it. See, my point is what you said is a very, very practical point. That practical point, now many of the members and industries may not even be aware that we should only give it to somebody who's nearby, or by giving it to somebody who's very far away, there could be some problems. It could incur a lot of issues and stuff like that. So I think we would like to think very positively, and we can play Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce can play a huge role, because more than 40% of our members are from manufacturing industry. And if you can give us some information, I'll request Mr. Prithvi to work with your department. Take the information about what is available here. That is number one, sir. We can circulate it to our members. The second point is, you said that we don't have incinerators, we don't have, these things are very less. Now, if you have any guideline, like what is that you are looking for? If there are 50,000 companies all over Karnataka, and we are having only about 100, but this is the number we should have. These are the companies which can think about. If you have some idea or some kind of information about it, that also we can circulate to our members, and probably we can even ask you for an exclusive session with some of the large industries. Small companies might find it difficulties in putting that kind of incinerator or facility. Some of the large industries who are the members of this chamber can daily take it up and work with KSPCB, sir. That's all what I have. Thank you so much. Thanks, Parasusan. Thank you very much for joining today, sir. It's very indeed.
Sir, sorry, I have one point, sir, which has been represented by a few member companies. This is with regard to the KSPCB order dated 17 September 2021, number 2887, which requires retrofitting of emission control devices equipment on DG sets, capacity of 125 kVA and above in the state of Karnataka. So there are some doubts expressed by member companies stating that the order is not very clear as to whether it's applicable for new DG sets or older ones. And second thing, the time span that was given was only 120 days for the purpose of implementation. If not, some actions will be taken within the legal framework. Many members expressed that such devices are not available in the state of Karnataka. And some also pointed out that it is expensive at all. It will be expensive now since it is legally binding. That is also one point. So I would request you to please consider this point of the industries, and also maybe possible extend the time frame of 120 days for another 6 months.
Yeah, you are right. Okay. That was one initiative started by CPCB, and then had asked different states to implement. As always, Karnataka is a leading implementer of directions of CPCB. We issued the direction. But then subsequently, many of the states have represented to CPCB, and then like this, some issues. I think that order will be kept on hold. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
That order will be kept on hold, seeking further clarifications from CPCB on the lines which you mentioned. So we will not be pushing that order, okay, for its implementation in letter and spirit. Okay, so that one I can assure you from here. But still, we withdraw that order. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that is.
So the spirit is very important, sir. Definitely.
Yeah, we respect the spirit,
Industries
but the
will
time
try
frame
their
is
Thank you so
limited.
much, sir. I would only say thank you so much for the spirit, sir. That's all we would say, sir.
Yeah. The
Thank
second is regarding those different waste treatment facilities that are there. I still again I urge, like, they are very well placed in our website. Anyone can really look at website, and then they get list of incinerators, list of CETPs, list of everything. Even you will be surprised. Maybe somebody can try. I have given live links in my website to track waste transporting vehicles by anybody and everybody. Okay, why only board should regulate them? Let that be in public domain. So that is there, and I think now I understand, because many of the that is why I was telling many times the top management, the amount of concentration they put on products, waste management किसी को दे दिए होंगे यार वो ठीक कर लो यार कर दो उसको. So that fellow may be doing some not giving to the nearest processing plant. So it will be, you will not know it, but then that is why I'm flagging this issue. At least the industry should know that it should be given to the nearest treatment facility to avoid other complications. All these days I'm pushing them, but now I think through this I was requesting industries. Information I'll share with with you in WhatsApp and other things, but otherwise it is right now available in board website.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Prithvi, it's over to you. We'll have to conclude this meeting.
Sure, sure. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Srinivas sir, for giving us a special address and taking care of that waste management. How do we, the industries, take care? And our president also has assured that from the CSR initiative of the chamber that we'll be taking a drive and reaching out to all our members and also do the social cause. And also, as our Mr. Parshuram sir has assured us that we as an industry will work collectively. And thank you, sir, for the assurance that you're given to keep on hold on the retrofitting of the DG set also, which is also a welcome move by you, sir. Really, we appreciate that. As a token of appreciation from the chamber, sir, we'd like to give you a memento. We'll try to hand it over to you physically, sir. It's a virtual memento, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, President. Thank you.
Thanks, Parasu. Thanks a lot, as usual.